Hey everybody, Jim here, and I have just arrived in the neighborhood of Akatsuka, which I've never been to before. I don't know anything at all about this particular area, but I do know that there is a hard off here, thanks to Google Maps, and it's only supposedly a 10 to 13 minute walk from the station I just got off, which is Narimasu Station. So I am on my way to a brand new hard off. Here's a mode off, actually. Mode off doesn't have like video games or anything, it's just like clothes and stuff recycled. But yeah, I just arrived in this town, and on the surface seems pretty cool. So we're gonna go for a little walk. We're gonna find this hard off, and then we're gonna get inside, and hopefully they have plenty of games. The pictures on Google Maps looked pretty damn good. So yeah, let's get our ass in gear and get to that hard off. It was really hot earlier, but now there's some cloud coverage, there's a breeze, and it's not quite so bad. I'm not exactly dying right now. So this should be a nice leisurely stroll. So let's go together. Well, here she be. Google Maps, you've done it again. Oh god, every time I see that sign I just get all giddy with anticipation. Oh, here it is. Video games, music equipment, all kinds of stuff. Nice big traditional looking hard off. I'm so ready to get in here. It's hot as balls outside. I hope they have the AC cranked up. Alright, let's see what this hard off in Akatsuka has to offer. Alright. Started a new hot off with some box sets, Blaze Blue, a Super Famicom, some cool stuff in this case. You can see Daiku no Gensan 2 and Rendering Ranger for like $600. Handful of PC Engine games and Mega Drive, but what I had my eye on, there's a Holy Diver back there, which upon closer inspection was only 4,000 yen, less than $40 for Holy Diver. So spoilers, I picked that up today. And then we come to this area here. It's all these CDs, DVDs, yada yada yada. Not much to speak of, but then BAM! We have some box consoles, fight sticks. That Soul Edge stick is pretty cool. A Sega Saturn, a Super Famicom boxed and in great shape. Orange Spice GameCube, boxed GameCube. And vacuum cleaners and stuff, which I need one of those. Oh boy. And some controllers. Kind of just miscellaneous controllers for your PlayStations. And the rice cookers to go with your PlayStation controller. Another cool fight stick, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which is a game I like. And all these loose Super Famicom carts. Super Donkey Kong 2 Battle Dodgeball. So that's in kind of the Great Battle series. So that's really cool. More loose games. Great Battle 2. Albert Odyssey 2. I don't think I was even aware there was a second game. Sailor Moon R, which is a fun beat 'em up, and that's only 1,000 yen. That's less than $10. So not so bad. Goemon 2, is that like 800 yen? So for less than $8, you can get yourself Ganbare Goemon 2 on the Super Famicom. And let's Seiken Densetsu 3, Mario Kart, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam. Just lots of stuff. Not bad for loose carts. And then we have more controllers and things, which I guess these are all, must be in good enough shape that they're not over in the junk bins. And these N64 controllers, and they are 1,500 yen. So they're, I don't know, maybe in the area of like $13 something, $13 something, $14 for those. More Super Famicom carts, as you can see. More Donkey Kong and Bomberman, all kinds of good stuff. So they had plenty of games and some Super Famicom controllers there. So all these loose carts, super cheap. So everybody just keep that in mind. If you don't mind getting some loose carts, you can actually get most of this stuff for pretty cheap. So here we have all these N64 games, Smash Bros, Zelda, Yoshi's Story, all kinds of stuff. And they're all pretty cheap. So, like 500 yen for Zelda. That's less than $5. Not bad. And we got, what is that, Monster Maker? I don't know what that is. But look, had a cool art on the cover. Hokuto no Ken, the actual first game. That's 500 yen. Not bad. So all of these loose Famicom carts also pretty good as far as price goes. And then Gundam Hot Scramble. A hot scramble, that sounds like something you do in the bedroom. Twin B3, other stuff. So loose carts, all nice and cheap. Even some Game Boy stuff here. So yeah, again, I reiterate, if you're intent on collecting games, I know most collectors want their stuff all pristine and in boxes and everything, as we look at some PS3s. But if you don't mind loose carts, if you're collecting stuff that you really intent on playing and don't want to spend an arm and a leg, loose carts are worth looking into. Can't really do that with disc-based stuff. Nobody really wants loose discs. But loose carts, that's doable. But yeah, some PS3s and PS2s. And then also in this aisle, there are figures and model kits and stuff that we can take a look at. Look at these cool Gundams. 3 really cool Gundam figures. It's $49.50 for that. And model kits as well. I know lots of people like model kits. I was one of those people when I was a kid. Alas, not anymore. And this green Gundam, for whatever reason, I don't recall there ever being a green Gundam, but okay. This guy from Fate, what is he? He's not the Lancer. I don't know. I don't know Fate all that well, but and a tabletop pinball thing. That's pretty cool. It's like $150 though. But you know, and Go Ranger, the original Sentai, and whatever these are, tons of glare, some glare figures, and then some other cool stuff. Jack Skellington, some Jojo, Hatsune Miku, Urusei Yatsura. So they had plenty of figures in this aisle, so that's nice. And then on the other side of the aisle is where they had all the games, which is, I don't know about you, but that's what I'm here for. So Blaze Blue, Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Quest Heroes, a bunch of other stuff. So they have Switch stuff, they have PS4 stuff. You know, they didn't have like a crazy amount of games, unfortunately. I was hoping that they would have more, but they did have some pretty cool stuff. One of these Neptunia games. I know there are plenty of people out there who like Neptunia. Something or other Sin. I have no idea what that is, but it has cool cover art. And some other cool stuff here. Wii U's and everything else. And PS2 stuff. And this stuff is super cheap. What is this? Dangon the World. And Raizo Kuznova versus, I don't know, the title for that game escaped. It's long. It's a long title. It's some kind of Tengai Makyo game. King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match. Kind of expensive for that one. $3,500. KOF 2003. The Nest Saga collection. So that's like 3 games in there. So that's pretty cool. They got you some PS2 games and PS Vita. Again, not a massive selection of Vita and PSP. Pretty much every time I go to a book off, they have a ton of those. But sometimes hard offs, they don't exactly have a ton of the modern stuff. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the PlayStation port, which is very good. That's 1,000 yen. So you can't go wrong with that. And Legend of Mana for 500 yen. Love that game. One of my favorite PlayStation games. So that's a steal, if you ask me. And there are even a handful of Xbox 360 games to peruse. Although all I ever really wanted for my Japanese Xbox 360 was the shooters. So I kind of didn't care. Tales of Destiny. First Tales game I ever played. 500 yen. And this one, X. Based on the anime. 300 yen. I reviewed that game like years and years ago. It's basically just the those games, Psychic Force. It's just like you fly around and fight. It's the exact same thing. It's just a reskin. As we see some DS, 3DS, Wii, all stuff that I don't really buy games for. And then we come to the Super Famicom, which is what I'm more into. Super R-Type, 2,000 yen. Not bad on that. Scramble. Again, the word scramble comes up. Scrambly Scramble. And Street Fighter 2. They had a couple of copies of that. Gradius 3. Awesome. They're selling that for like 20 some odd bucks. Not bad. And Kirby Bowl. 1,000 yen. That's a fun game too. Fun little Kirby game. Puyo Puyo. Super Puyo Puyo. For your Super Famicom. I'm a big Puyo Puyo fan. I would hope everyone else is too. Or if you've never played Puyo Puyo, but you played like Kirby's Avalanche or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Just for fun, Final Fantasy VI, 500 yen. That's nice. RPGs in hard offs. I mean, they're so incredibly cheap. 1,000 yen for Super Butoden 2, in great shape, by the way. So that's very nice. And Battle Commander. Some kind of strategy game featuring all the little chibi Gundam guys. And Front Mission, also 500 yen. And Bahamut Lagoon, if I can hold it correctly, 1,000 yen. So if you love RPGs and you want to collect physical copies of RPGs, wait a minute. Monster Jam, Gravedigger, oh my god. Okay, that's just me having a little fun. Show my
my old monster truck loving ways. They had a handful of PC Engine games as well. That is the Japanese version of Keith Courage. And nipples on that. So, and Pac-Land. No nipples on the cover of Pac-Land, though, unfortunately. And a few Dreamcast games, Blue Stinger, Berserk, Virtua Fighter 3. There's Toku Battle 2. I do like the Tokyo Extreme Racer games. Street Fighter 03. And Capcom vs. SNK for 500 yen. So they had a handful of games. Prices on them were pretty good. Not really much for the Saturn, though. Puyo Puyo Sun. If I didn't already have, I probably would have picked it up. Street Fighter 02 for 500 yen. Samurai Spirits RPG for 500 yen. Sonic R for 1500 yen. For whatever reason. Sakura Wars 2. Sonic R. What a great soundtrack on that game, but good lord. The gameplay is just terrible, and some of the graphics are dog dick ugly. As we look at some Game Boy games here. And some GameCube, including Crazy Taxi. Everybody loves Crazy Taxi. Smash Bros. Biohazard Zero. That's a few hundred yen. Not bad on that. And the original Biohazard. Also going for just pittance. Pittance for these GameCube games. Beautiful Joe. 2,000 yen. Another great Capcom game. So some cool stuff on their Bonanza Bros. Cool stuff on the GameCube. Couple of games here for Mega Drive. Bonanza Bros. And Sonic. Which, if I didn't already have some of this stuff, I would have snatched it up. As we look at some more consoles up here, including N64, Xbox 360, Super Famicoms, and just this tiny little selection of Famicom games. But some cool stuff in here. Dragon Ball Z 3, which is the RPG about the Android Saga. We have some Dragon Quest games here. 1,000 yen, which is, I think you can probably get it for less than that in most places. That's like the best-selling game, like, pretty much ever in Japan. Like, it's sold hotcakes don't sell that well. But that's really it. Just that one game aisle, which I was hoping for something else. But here we go, looking at the junk bin, where they have all these junky consoles that you can buy for a few hundred yen. And if you're savvy with repairs, you can grab a N64 or Super Famicom for a few bucks, take it home and repair it. And then they have all of these. You're gonna find lots of baseball and Derby Stallion and stuff like that in there, and some Super Famicom. Again, these are great for digging through if you want to find fishing and baseball games and stuff. But I try to limit how much I dig in these videos, because I could dig all day. And someone even did say they wouldn't mind a video where I just dig in these bins for like an hour. But I'm skeptical of that. And you get your Final Fantasy VI for $1. Yeah, everything in these bins, by the way, is $1. Most of it is just, it's like dirty or whatever, or yellowed a little bit. Some kid scratched his name out. For the ones that are dirty, usually you can just take them home and clean them. I used to buy games out of these bins all the time. I usually never had trouble with getting them to work after cleaning them. This is a McDonald's exclusive demo disc featuring Parappa the Rapper 2 and Ape Escape. So that's interesting. And then Super Dragon Ball Z for 100 yen. I love this game. I didn't have a copy. And when I put the camera away, I took a look at the inside, the disc and everything, and it's in fantastic shape. It's just the case was a little dirty. So I got Super Dragon Ball Z for $1. Or 100 yen. And then like Suikoden 4, Dragon Ball Z 2, which is Budokai 2, Final Fantasy X-2. All of these games are 100 yen. They're less than $1. With the exchange rate right now, I think they're like 94 cents American. Which is just fantastic. And then all these additional N64 controllers. So these are the junk bins, people. There is some stuff to be found in them. You can find cool games for like $1 here or there. As we take a look, there's a copy of Rockman X4 in here. And it's like, what is that, 600 yen? So it's not 100, but still in the junk bins. Biohazard 3 with no manual, and that's 100 yen. So yeah, there's stuff in here that is worth finding. And like I said, I used to get a ton of games from the junk bins back when I still lived in the vicinity of like a handful of hard offs. 100 yen for Onimusha 3. So that's great. So now, you know, I get to go to the hard offs way less frequently. But I don't mind having a look in these junk bins, because sometimes you might find something worth finding. So we have Power Pro, Pokemon Stadium, Power Pro, Pokemon Stadium 2, Power Pro. So you get it. There's a lot of Power Pro and Pokemon Stadium games. And takoyaki makers. Great. Get me a nice little takoyaki cooking thing. And then there are just a ton of cables and whatever else. Honestly, you could dig through all this stuff, piece together a little Frankenstein of a system with different cords and stuff you fished out of the junk bins. Anyway, that's enough of this place. Let's get outside.
Alright, all done in there. I'm very happy with my purchases. A place to set this down. Okay. So, I ended up picking up a Super Famicom for someone else. Two things I grabbed. One, I opened it up and checked the disc and everything, and it's like, it's in great shape. It's just, I don't know, the case is like a little ratty, but it was 100 yen. So, and I love that game. And I went ahead and picked up the McDonald's Parappa and Ape Escape demo disc for 100 yen. I figured, what the hell? And then something I'm very, very happy with, grabbed myself a copy of Holy Diver, which I've been wanting for a long time, and I got it for 4,000 yen. It's usually like, I don't know, way more than that. It's like $100 for a loose copy, and I wanted it for a long time. I just never could find it for a decent enough price. And if you hold out, you can find some decent deals, hard off. I love you, you've done it again. So I'm very happy with today's hunt. I got something for someone else, and I got some stuff for myself. Anyway, that's the hard off in Akatsuka. Not exactly like overflowing with games, but the prices were pretty good. I can't complain. I found some fun stuff in the junk section. Found a game I've been wanting for a long time, and scored something for a viewer slash customer. So everybody wins. Anyway, we are starting to enter a little bit of a sundown. Getting a little late. I'm tired. Been on my feet all day, walking, doing other stuff, and I'm ready to go home. Akatsuka, you've been wonderful, and you have a kick-ass ramen shop. If I wasn't on the move, I might stop by and have some, because it looks like they've got killer dumplings too. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. I'm going home. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Definitely, if you come to Tokyo and you consider yourself a game hunter, you like the hard offs, check out the one in Akatsuka. You might find some pretty good deals. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.